Welcome to this 20-minute moon cycle flow. My name is Lauren Eckstrom, and this class is from interdimensiontv.com. Be sure to hit subscribe below so you know when new practices come out. And then to enjoy this class and so many others with myself and a plethora of incredible teachers, visit us at interdimensiontv.com. And when you join, you get your first 10 days for free. Follow the link below to check it all out and become a part of our community. Let's begin. This class is geared for those times when you're feeling a little bit out of sorts. It might be associated with some hormonal fluctuations or just some planetary fluctuations, which can really bring a lot of stuff up for all of us. If you're on the heavier part of your cycle, I would really suggest that you do a restorative yoga practice. This practice is geared for the times in your cycle where you're feeling ready to move your body once again in a powerful yet gentle way. We're going to start in a variation of child's pose. Bring the big toes together. Bring your right hand into a fist and bring it right into the soft tissue of your belly below your belly button. Place your left hand over it. Little bit of gentle pressure into the belly, and as you exhale, fold into child's pose. Rest the forehead down toward the mat and begin to breathe your belly forward into your two hands. Feel yourself grounded. Your forehead, the space of intuition connected to the element of earth. And your body curled into this beautiful shape, which is a place of refuge we have known since birth. And trusting yourself to the rhythm of life. And trusting yourself in this practice to the rhythm of your breath. On an inhale, roll your way back up to seated, sitting bones back to the heels. As you exhale, release your hands out in front of you and come into a wide version of tabletop pose, knees behind the hips. And start to make really big circles with the hips. You might close the eyes. And just beginning to circulate in one direction. The head and the neck might come with you. Allow it to have a quality in yoga we refer to as sahasra. So there's a creative quality to it. Your way of circulating around might not look like mine or anybody else's. And if you find a tender place in the body that needs some extra attention, then just stay there and rock a little bit side to side, forward and back. If you've been going in one direction, switch directions. And then as you keep moving in this circular way with that quality of water, now bringing in that water element, can you just scan through your body and notice, is there anywhere that you're gripping or clenching? Your eyes, your jaw, the corners of your mouth, and soften as you move so you stay open and receptive. On an inhale, come through center. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog as you exhale. Knees bent, sitting bones high. Take an inhale, press the hips back. And as you exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand at the top of your mat. And then step your left foot outside of your left hand and sit down into malasana. So we're going to be working with a lot of these types of poses that have the energy of what we call apana. It's the downward flow of energy. On an inhale, rise to stand, toes still turned out. Circle the arms to the sky. Left hand holds the right wrist. As you exhale, lean to the left. On an inhale, rise up to center. Right hand holds the left wrist. And exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, rise back up to center. As you exhale, hands to the heart, rebend the knees, sit down into malasana. Then on an inhale, turn all 10 toes forward, straighten the legs, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank pose. You could modify knees down and lower slow to the mat. Belly grounded, tops of the feet flat. Inhale to cobra, heart lifts, shoulders roll. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And we're gonna flow through that 2 more times. I'm gonna practice hopping my feet up to malasana, but you could still step your feet if that were best. Take an inhale, press your hips back. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to malasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, rise to stand, left hand to right wrist. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, center and switch. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale, hands to the heart as knees rebend. Inhale, toes forward, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step to plank, use your knees or not as you slowly lower the belly to the mat. Cobra today, staying grounded. On an inhale, shoulders roll and heart lifts. Down dog, as you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back as we prepare just for one more cycle like that. Inhale, press the hips up and back. Exhale, hop or step to malasana, top of the mat. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms up, holding the right wrist. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale to the center, right hand to left wrist. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rebend the knees. Malasana, the energy of apana, grounded and steady. Toes forward, legs straight. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step back, and lower slow all the way down, belly to the earth, to the mat. Cobra, inhale, shoulders roll, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog, pressing your way up and back. Hold downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. On an inhale, press the hips back. Exhale, step the feet to the top of the mat, feet side by side this time. Inhale, hands to shins, chest lifts, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, hang the head. Bend the knees, drop the hips, inhale into chair pose, and to the extent that you can, close your eyes. So oftentimes during these periods of hormonal fluctuation or planetary fluctuation, we can feel really imbalanced. And we might even notice that at the level of our physical balance. We can feel emotionally unstable or irritable, or physically unstable and irritable. So in this chair pose, you're practicing grounding. You're practicing feeling into your roots. You're practicing the stability that is always there in the background of your experience supporting you. Keep what you have. Hook your right elbow underneath your left. And then float your left knee to your chest and hook your left thigh over your right. Eagle pose, now maybe challenging that balance just a little bit more. Fly away on an inhale, left leg straight in front of you, both arms to the sky, stand tall. So taking a stand, knowing your truth, honoring the rhythms that are part of you. We fall out of it, just part of the flow. We come back in, no judgment, no criticism. Exhale, float back to warrior 3. Hands to the space of the heart. Take an inhale here. Bend the right knee, going as slow as you can. Warrior 1. Back foot pivots flat. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, drop the hands behind, interlace. Knuckles low, heart high. Inhale, breathe. Humble yourself, bow down, exhale. I know so many of us are humbled every month by these fluctuations. Seems like we should know by now. We should expect them, and still they catch us off guard, they surprise us. So that little sense of humor, so important to our daily practice. Inhale, rise back up to warrior 1. Open up, exhale to warrior 2. On an inhale, straighten the right leg, turn the right toes in to mirror the left. Kick the heels in, turn the toes out, bring the hands to the heart. Bend the knees, sitting down into temple pose. Again, just that energy of apana, emphasizing that downward flow. Legs straight, on an inhale, left hand to hip, right arm up and overhead. As you exhale, lean to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rebend the knees, hands to the heart. Inhale, legs straight, right hand to right hip. Left arm up and overhead, a sweet side stretch. Inhale, back to center. Hands to the heart, rebend the knees, sit down deep. Both arms to the sky, both legs straight. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, rebend the knees, hands to the heart. On an inhale, straighten the legs, turn all 10 toes in. Spread the arms out as you exhale. Turn the right toes forward, reach the right arm forward, slip the right hip back, and into trikonasana, triangle pose, emphasizing stability. You've heard us say it so many times on Interdimension TV, but the triangle is the most stable shape that exists. And so by putting your physical body into this shape of stability, emphasizing the embodiment of that felt sense and feeling. You could stay here or turn the gaze down, start to bend the right knee, shift the right fingertips forward. You might float up to half moon. If you're feeling like some balancing postures might help you to clarify and connect today. Otherwise, you can stay right where you are. It's always up to you. Whether you're in half moon or triangle pose, start to rebend the right knee. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. Pull your right arm up and overhead. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. You could just step back to downward facing dog. Or inhale, upper push-up plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a second in down dog. Feel your steadiness, the quality of your presence, the honoring of your own rhythms. Inhale, press back. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step the feet up, side by side, top of the mat. Chest lifts, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, utkatasana, chair pose. Pause here, heels back, weight in the heels, toes light. Draw the right knee up into the chest. Wrap the right thigh tightly around the left. And then left elbow under the right this time. Inner thighs hugging. Forearms hugging. Elbows lifted. And just negotiating balance. On an inhale, right leg straight forward. Stand tall and hold here. So you're reconnecting to your core, reconnecting to your center. And it might be really natural that you're kind of coming into and out of relationship with that, falling into and out of that connection. Know that you can reclaim it. Warrior 3 as you exhale, right leg behind you, chest parallel to the earth. Take an inhale. Start to bend your left knee, land the sole of your right foot back. Warrior 1, both arms rise, deep breath in. Hands behind, interlace one finger over, knuckles low, heart high, inhale. And humble yourself as you exhale. Maybe the chest just parallel to the thigh today. Maybe the left shoulder to the inside. Drop the head and breathe. Receiving the medicine of your own presence and knowing that your presence is enough. Rise up, inhale, warrior 1. Open up, exhale, warrior 2. Straighten your front left leg on an inhale. Kick your heels in, turn your toes out, exhale. Hands to your heart as the knees bend. We'll flow. Inhale, legs straight. Right hand to right hip. Left arm up and then over the head as you lean to the right. Inhale, back to center, both arms up. Exhale, rebend the knees, hands to the heart. Inhale, legs straight. Left hand to the hip, right arm up and overhead. Really sweet side stretch to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, rebend the knees, hands to the heart. Both legs straight. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, hands to the heart as the knees rebend. Last time you're here. Straighten both legs, turn all 10 toes ahead, spread the arms out, lifted height of the chest. Pivot the left toes forward, left leg stays straight, reach the left arm forward, slip the left hip back, stack the shoulders, and let this be enough. Feel down into your 2 feet. There's nowhere you need to get to. Right here is enough. Feel the quality of your own presence calling in your own inherent stability. You know how to navigate these fluctuations and changes. Take a breath. You could stay here or bend the left knee, shift the left arm forward, float up into your version of Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Could be a really nice time to use a block under your left hand for some extra grounding. And then breathe, as if you could breathe down the whole front side of your body. One more inhale here. Start to bend the left knee, step back, reverse your warrior, left arm up and overhead. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back to downward facing dog. You could stay there for extra grounding and stability. Or inhale, forward upper push-up plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Lower the knees down to the mat. We're going to stay seated. Cross the ankles behind you. Place the left foot flat to the floor, and you might have to lean back into the hands. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. And then sit up tall and breathe. You're just here for a few breaths. See how tall your spine can be. Cultivating that figure 4 shape. Soften what you don't need. And on an inhale, drop the left knee to the left, slide the left foot to the right, and then land into double-seated pigeon. Hands could stay at the heart, palms could rest on the thighs, or you could fold out. And opening up the hips and the pelvis, continuing to work with that downward grounded flow of energy, opening up the biggest joint in the body and the pelvic floor. Walk the hands in. Drop the hands behind you, lean back, soles of the feet to the floor, upward facing tabletop pose, inhale. Lower the hips down as you exhale, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Sit up tall, a seated variation of reclining pigeon. A few breaths here. And in your own time, as you're ready, double-seated pigeon. Drop the right knee to the right. Slide the right foot to the left. Stack the shins. Take an inhale, hands to heart, thighs, or fold your way out. Take the time you need. On the inhale, walk the hands in, drop the hands back, upward facing tabletop pose, inhale. Lower the hips down, soles of the feet together, recline onto the back, left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. We'll take our final rest here. One time, deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Take a deep breath in. Take a full breath out. Slip your hands outside your thighs, draw your knees together, hug your knees into your chest, and rock your way up to sit. Hands at the heart, bow the chin, eyes closed, attention inside. Honor your ability to navigate the many fluctuations and changes of life. Know that the fluctuations inside of you are a mirror of our world. They are a natural part of life. In the same way you ride the waves of breath on your mat and in your practice, you can ride these waves off the mat and through the day, knowing that your practice is always here to support you. On an inhale, draw the thumbs to the forehead for clarity of thought, your fingertips to your lips for thoughtfulness of speech, and your hands to your heart for consistency of action, allowing your practice to guide you through everything you're thinking, saying, and doing. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this special practice. For more classes like this, find me over at interdimensiontv.com by clicking on the link below. I look forward to practicing with you again next time. Namaste.